She brought up that attention. Y'all gotta be
let me say this though. My dog boosted me up. Man, it done been plenty nights, bro. Like I done passed out in Tim parking lot. You know, it's all kind of random and fast.
Aired out his old laundry. Go ahead.
Like my boy just be like, you know, if I need somebody, like I need somewhere to go. You know what I'm saying? My boy got me, bro. Got me, bro. If I'm hungry, my boy, I came in the crib, made me a plate. My boy got food cooked. Man, I ain't even tripping.
Kevin.
Starring Timothy Ron, Cool Care, Brittney Carter. Ha! Y'all need to communicate, and you know who you are.
This is Great Apes Cafe. We're live and direct from the airwaves. Today we missing host TK. TK, shout out to TK. We apologize. Miscommunication happened definitely. Gotta learn how to communicate. And when I make that statement, I'm talking about my own black ass. Have to actually know and learn how to communicate more efficiently. You know, I got a lisp. You know. So we gotta make sure we pronounce them. We pronounce our words and shit and articulate. But anyway. This is Great Apes Cafe. I hope that you like, subscribe, share, and definitely leave a comment. Tell me what you think about this episode. And we have a special guest. Her name is Brittney. I'm gonna let her introduce herself. She's the Loc Queen herself, but I'm gonna be prospecting her a little bit for some time now, and hopefully she, get in the groove of things of joining the podcast. So welcome aboard, Miss Brittney.
I'm happy to be here. What's good?
What it do? What that business is?
Go ahead. I'm gonna get y'all introduce yourself before we go in deep. Go ahead, start it off, Kev. Who the hell is you?
You know who would be that boy? That's that boy, Cool Kev.
Okay.
It's Queen Brittney at the table with Great Apes Cafe. Locking it in. Loc Queen.
I'm actually so humble and happy to definitely have you here. I really am. And I definitely hear my son in the background screaming. I don't know if y'all gonna hear that, but my son is having a whole temper tantrum. You know how them terrible twos, y'all. Y'all pray for me, them terrible twos.
Oh, just wait till you turn 3.
3?
They say terrible twos. It's not terrible till they're 3.
Y'all, I'm drinking this hot ass coffee. I got a little alcohol in the coffee. I'm over here sweating this shit. So y'all, I ain't popped no Molly. I'm just drinking that coffee. I'm letting y'all know I ain't about that life. But yeah. So the subject I want to start off, before we talk about the subject we talk about, is the importance of communicating. Let me just start this off. So this is what happened today, y'all. I'm thinking we gonna do a podcast at my house. These two to my right, thinking we're gonna do a podcast at my homegirl Brittney's spot, right? And so we over there thinking like, damn, did they forget about us? Me and my producer, DJ Barbarian. I'm like, damn, they just. I said, nobody show no love. TK ain't hit me up. Kat told me, Brittney be there in 2 minutes. So I'm thinking she coming over here, right, to my spot. No. They was running their mouth for about 2 hours. And then they called me 2 hours later and said, Tim, are you okay? Are you alive? Where the fuck you at?
Like, I'm at the crib waiting on y'all.
So I'm thinking like, we was waiting for you. My nigga made collard greens and that time of 2 hours. My producer is also a motherfucking chef, right? So he made a pot of collard greens, green beans, potatoes, tomatoes, all that little good shit, right? In 2 hours, and then all of a sudden, bam. I'm like, I'm just like, yo, wait a minute. Miscommunication. I don't blame nobody else but me because I failed to reply, say where you was at, what's going on. And the importance of that is all of that could have been avoided if my black ass would have just picked up my phone. But you know how black people is sometimes, y'all. Black people time, nigga time.
I was cool with it because me and Kev was like chopping it up the whole time. You know what I'm saying? Like just getting to know each other a little bit. And
True.
He was cooling me down.
She said she was
cooling me down.
Nervous.
She was a little nervous, man.
Yeah.
Nah, you can't be nervous on here. Look, you gotta be yourself.
I told her, bro, I remember it was times where like I used to get on the podcast and I ain't really have, much in mind to just even like be like, but now like over time, especially like topics I like, I kind of grow with the podcast. So that's for everybody. And, like I'm starting to be more of a social person. I grow in the podcast. I have more mind and more to talk about.
But the thing is, I wasn't mindful. Like I'm mad at myself because a lot of people as human beings, we fail to realize that other people have their own things they have to do in life.
Right.
And I always have to take I have to think about that. When you having to set up a podcast, or for Miss Brittney a business, or for Kev when he's doing his business and things, you got to think like, all right, what time this person have to do? When somebody make time for you, everything ain't about you. You know what I mean? So I'm thinking like, damn, I'm fucking up these people's time. You know what I mean?
Well, the good thing about this situation is we was cool.
Thank God.
You know what
right?
I'm saying? Like I'm not like that with time. Like I truly believe that time is fluid.
Okay.
And timing is perfect.
Right.
So if we were late, it was meant to be late. Like I felt like it was meant for me and Kev to be chopping it up. You know
I feel that.
Like we had some good conversations. So it's like, but everybody don't respond that way.
Right. I respect that. I fucks with that. I just want to make sure that y'all know that I'm not trying to waste y'all time.
Not at all.
Because y'all can waste money, but you can't. It's not good to really waste time.
That's
but
true.
If you, as long as y'all got something out of the time that I felt like
it wasn't wasted.
It was the waste.
It wasn't wasted. Right. Right.
That's a good thing because you get all the money in the world, but you can't get that damn time.
You can't
back.
get time back.
Mm-mm.
Talk about wasting time.
You want to talk about that subject?
I don't know. I don't know if y'all want me to talk about that subject. I don't like people wasting my time.
Okay.
But this right here is like one of those things where it just really didn't feel like a waste.
Good.
I mean, it feel like a waste if I got nothing out of the situation.
Right. If you didn't learn from anything, if the conversation wasn't stimulating in a sense.
Right.
I was just like, all right, what the fuck you talking about? You know what I mean?
If we didn't all have jobs and kids and all this stuff going on, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, to me, this situation is a little more laid back.
Yeah.
Like I think it's something we should go with the flow with.
One thing we was talking about, we was talking about time, which I talked about time a long time ago in the podcast, but like, so like having the occupation, a 9 to 5 or whatever, is different from just having a lot of available time all day. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like when I got time all day, I can just pull up on grandma, I can pull up mama house, somebody call me, my sister called me, hey, can you stay my fence? But now, like when you got an occupation, it's like, I get off at 5, you don't get to really, like I have fun being able to go to my sister's house when she called me and do,
because you're feeling useful in a sense.
Yeah, like, it's just like, she called me like, yo, out the blue. I'm just like, yo, what's up? Like, we can do it right now. You feel me?
Right.
I just don't like the fact of being, and sometimes I gotta be like, hey, I don't have time right now. So
you don't like to be constrained in the sense of somebody else's time.
Somebody else's schedule. Me either.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
That's why I work for myself. Because I don't like that shit.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Nah, you know what? I was a really good employee, but I was never on time for my job. Like I was that employee, like I ain't gonna lie. My last job was at a mental health facility on 3rd shift.
Oh shit.
And I had to be there at 11 p.m., right?
Mm-hmm.
And it was a few times that I woke up at like 1. And they done called me like,
oh damn.
They been blowing my phone up. Yeah, because I was still working in the shop. So it's like I'm working in the shop all day. Then I'm going to the facility at night. Too. Yeah. Because when you first start your business, when you first start your business, like I started mine from the mud, like literally.
Right.
Like I had to make it. I did. Like when I went my spot, it had holes in the walls. Like I didn't have no money to get my spot. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like that. It was bad.
Nah, it's humble though.
It is. Like, it was. So I had to work another job so I could, you know what I'm saying, like really get started.
A hole in the wall.
Come back in there like, hold
Have you seen it? Because I would never think that. The last time I was at your place, I felt like it was I'm in a tranquil. All I feel is tranquility.
Man, I put so much work.
You know what I mean? Ain't no hole in the wall when I went there. That shit fly.
Man, it was holes in the wall. Like I had one chair. I had no reception desk, no station. I had a cart with wheels on it. and that was it.
I
had seen
it now though. You couldn't see it now.
Yeah, I didn't have none of that. I literally started with.
You cannot see that now, boy.
Nah, that got a whole vibe.
But I couldn't be on time for nobody else's job though. Like and I'll be like, so you still want me to come in? They like, yes, we need you to come in. Like, what you doing? I'm like, damn, okay, I'm getting up. You just say like I'm on the way.
It's like she waiting to get fired. You fired my black ass?
You ain't fired me yet. God shit.
All right, I'm coming.
Yeah, like y'all just let me go.
I do feel that though. I don't like being because I'm constrained under somebody else's schedule, and I can justify it to say, oh well, you know, I can not necessarily lie to myself, but I can trick myself like I'm needed. You know what I mean?
I'm needed. Though.
I'm over here, right? I'm
You're
over
not
here
tricking yourself.
But it's some jobs like in that situation, working at a mental health facility, y'all, that's some tedious shit.
Yeah.
Very, very tedious. That's nothing easy. You know what I mean? Shout out to all the healthcare workers. You know who you are. Shout out to y'all. What I'm getting at is, it's like sometimes if you don't do a job that you feel like you being fulfilled at to your highest potential, that's when it become a problem. Like you ain't really happy. You just like a robot.
Trying to survive.
Yeah. You know, so that's the big difference. Do I want to, you know, and let me just, not to take away, before I even talk about that, not everybody can be their own boss. Like some people need to be, in a sense, I'm not going to say a follower. That sounds terrible, but not everybody can have their own LLC
because they don't have that. Terrible.
But because I'm just saying this, like I feel like everybody can't actually be their own boss because they don't have the type of discipline.
Right.
Or the mind structure to do so. Not dissing everybody. Shout out to people who do have their own LLCs.
Everybody is needed.
But everybody is needed, though. Yes,
we need people that are workers as well as people that know how to run businesses. Like it doesn't make them less valuable.
Right. That's what I'm getting at.
You're still extremely valuable, even if you're not a business owner.
Right.
Like I can't run my business without my salon manager.
Right.
Like I could, but it wouldn't be as great as it is.
Right.
So it's like
shout out to the salon.
Shout out to Queen Lisa, Loc Queendom salon manager, my manager. Like she is the bomb. And we work so well together.
Oh, see, that's I ain't gonna lie. When you have that good structure, it makes your fucking business fire. When you actually have good structure, that's very true.
Way fire. So everybody needed. Like I don't think it's a knockdown to be like, everybody's not meant to. No, everybody's not meant to
be
be a business owner. That's not always where your gifts are.
But the reason why I'd say that, because like, so I'm a truck driver, right? And I can be an owner operator, but when you start doing the math, you really sit back. It's not for me. I can't speak for everybody else. For me, I feel like I will be losing money in the process. So in this moment, for now, I'm okay with actually being a worker and then to lead my own, being an owner operator. And two things, like if you think about owner operator, how do a truck driver make money? Well, you actually have to make sure that fucking truck is moving. You can't just be chilling, you know, like can't be taking days off. My job where I'm at, I could work 3 days a week if I wanted to. You know what I mean? Like if I wanted to, you know, but of course I got 2 kids, so you know I'm trying to work 5.
Man, I'm all shit, man. I ain't gonna lie. I'm actually doing something I finally like doing.
I'm trying to put Cool Kev in the CDL.
I work at Mike's Collision now, so like
Shout out to Mike. Shout out to Mike's Collision.
Cars that get in the wreck, you know, I'm starting to learn how to look at it. My man said react the wreck. Shout out to my boy, Greg at the shop.
When you say react, like, so if somebody come in and they front shit,
I mean Craig.
They just what you mean?
like so he said react the wreck. So like I look at a vehicle that come in, it might be jacked up, and I react the wreck. Like how I don't know if that make any sense, but I have to react the wreck. Yeah, I have to react the wreck and see the vehicle back at a normal position. So I'm learning something new, but I'm thinking about, doing a little shop, man. I got a couple of people that, I'm thinking about doing a little something.
Shout out to anybody who actually want to be their own boss.
Most definitely.
If you had that ideology, do it. But I'm also saying that not everybody's built to actually be their own boss. Sometimes you need to have somebody to tell you what to do in a sense. And I'm not knocking that. What I'm saying is you have to have the structure. Like, I'm not about to tell my homeboy Kev, go ahead and get your CDLs, right? Be an owner operator. And somebody said, yeah, I make $3,000 a week. And that's very true. But when I hear somebody say they make $3,000 a week driving a 18-wheeler, it's like, oh, okay. Your ass ain't paying taxes.
Yeah, like you see it from a different perspective, right?
It's like, wait a minute, you making that? Okay, I can make $3,000 a week, but what about that end of the year? You know, do you actually have a CPO? Are you actually making sure that your money is right? Because hey, IRS will take everything.
I'm hearing $3,000 a week when people are running their own trucks or probably got drivers.
See, if you got drivers under you,
that's a whole different.
That's a whole different.
Yeah.
Especially if you got the moment you have more than one truck, and somebody told me they make $3,000 a week, then you doing something right.
Yeah.
You should be making more. But what I'm getting at is, at least I know that your taxes are being handled. Because you think about wear and tear on your truck, fuel. Oh my gosh, I spent almost $600 yesterday on fuel. Not of my money, of course. Shout out to my company I work for. You know who you are. Anyway, I spent their money. I don't want to be the owner operator because then I have to pay out of my own pocket.
Money.
You know what I mean? But you think about tires, 18 fucking wheels. Tires, everything under the hood, insurance.
That's what I'm thinking about.
You start thinking about maintenance.
That's when
the trucks be breaking down and all
18 wheels. You gotta start right there again.
Yeah.
How many wheels, my boy?
All these fucking bills.
And they parts so expensive.
18 wheels, boy. You know how much one wheel costs?
A used. You right.
That big.
One wheel.
Boy,
it's more than $150.
Boy, $50. For a regular car.
$50. And then if you get a new,
$50 for a used tire.
Oh,
well,
okay.
See, you don't want to. It depends. I know. Shout out to the truck drivers who do to be getting those used tires. They always go through tires, but nah, that ain't it. $3,000 a week, and you know who you are. You ain't paying your motherfucking money right. But if you got more than one truck, you should make a little bit more than $3,000 a week. And if you have somebody working for you, then you're doing your shit right. That's all I got to say about that. But the reason why I brought that up, by not everybody can be the boss, because the person who's bragging, being braggadocious about, I can make $3,000 a week. I got me this, bitch. You ain't paying your taxes. Excuse my language, and you know who you are. We just had this conversation.
Right.
So that's why I was getting at. Some people, like, you setting yourself up for failure. They go on YouTube, they see these people making all this money, and they think they can do the same thing.
I'll tell you something funny. That's like my son, my 11-year-old.
Okay.
Shout out to Sincere. He's my entrepreneur son.
Okay.
Right? He's so funny. We went to my granny just passed, and we had her funeral this past week, right? Shout out to my granny, man. She our ancestor now. She here in the spirit, right? But we went to go get some flowers. Like, I have a friend that does funeral arrangements.
Okay.
So we pull up to the queen's house late in the evening. She let me come pick them up. It was like a last minute thing.
Mm-hmm.
We had 4 arrangements done. So we looking at them. It's nice, right?
Mm-hmm.
She tell me the price. I pay her money.
Mm-hmm.
I was so appreciative.
Right.
We get in the car. My son like, how much you pay her? How much was that? I said, well, the cheapest one was like 70. The cheapest one. We got 2 that were 70 and 2 that were 85. It ended up being like 3 something total, right?
It's like, you doing that math.
So my son was like, man, I can do that. That ain't nothing but cutting out a few pieces of styrofoam and sticking some flowers on it. I can do that. I'm like, bruh, this is not your passion. Yeah. Like, you can't just look at somebody else.
But a lot of people do.
But they do, because you see it was see it was somebody profiting off of it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, that's like somebody coming to me like, oh, I can do locks. Like, I can do Like, bro, you might can.
That's some work though. Actually, I barely do my own.
Bro, but check this out. You might can do locks. Like, you might be.
But are you passionate?
You might be decent at it, but are you passionate?
Right.
Yeah.
Are people gonna want you to do their hair again? Like, I've had multiple staff.
Right.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I just want to be clear on that. It's been more people than what you see now. right? And they feel like, oh, they ready, they can do it. And the skill be right and everything, but energy be all fucked up.
Oh.
Like they heart ain't even like in it enough to where they can be happy on the job.
They just over there like they miserable.
Right. And then, and the clients can tell. You know what I'm saying?
They feel that vibe. They feel that.
Like,
that frequency. They're like, what?
I'm looking and I'm like, man, they doing a phenomenal job. But then they like, oh, can I not get them again?
That's
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's kind of like your
vibe does go a long way.
Because it gotta be what feels good to you.
Right.
So anytime you start trying to choose your career path in your life based off of what you see somebody else profiting, you fucking up off gate. You know what I'm saying? Like if you're gonna choose something to do and you really want to be successful at it, choose something that feels good to you right here. That when you're doing it, it feels good. You're happy. Like
you know who you are.
And then you can profit.
Right.
Because anything you put love into grows massively.
And I ain't gonna lie, if you do something that you passionate about and then you making money from it, it's just that much better.
You're gonna make money off of the things you're passionate about.
Right.
That's a guarantee. Anytime you feeling good about what you're doing, you gonna make money off of it. You gonna make money off this podcast. Cause you go to work, you know what I'm saying? And you work in your jobs, you know what I'm saying? We're doing our thing or whatever, and you come. This is really like, I don't even gotta get paid for it. Like I'm happy to be here, right? Because it's like it's something that I want to do. Like I'm enjoying it. I like hanging with the fellas.
It is a good vibe though.
And eventually
money could come in.
I ain't trying to get rich off of your dream, but you gonna get rich off of your dream. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a guarantee.
As my grandfather always used to tell me, that he rest in peace.
Rest in peace.
Always make sure you hold people down who hold you down.
That's
and
a
don't
fact.
forget who hold you down. And you know who you are.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? Like if somebody always, I'm gonna give you a prime example. I owe my nigga Kev to my right $24, right? I'm gonna make sure when I pay him his $25, he's ain't worried about it.
10 earlier.
I ain't got no damn money, bro.
Hey, look, so I'm from the hood, right? So just the other week, I owed him 60, right? I gave him his 40 expeditiously. I said, bro, it's my cash I got on me. When we cash up you, he's like, you ain't worried about it. I said, well, in my mind, I still owe him an extra $5, $10 because it's been more than a week. Now, my producer, I owe him what? $7,000? $8,000?
Damn. He back there like
my
let's not even do this.
Like he's gonna get that. That's why you gotta because he's working my music, my mixtape, and all this other shit. He do a lot. Shout out to the producer, DJ Barbarian.
Shout out DJ Barbarian.
King
Barbarian.
At least I know. He don't be like, man, I don't owe that much. You don't owe that much to him. You don't owe that shit. Yes, I do. I paid. You got to pay your due diligence to your people. You just got to. That's how I was brought up. You know what I mean? I'll make sure you get your money.
I ain't tripping, bro.
I know you ain't tripping out with no damn $22. I don't know. But yeah.
It's all about the energy you put out.
It is, yeah.
And the intention.
Right. Yeah, she brought up that intention. Y'all gotta be
let me say this though. My dog boosted me up. Man, it done been plenty nights, bro. Like I done passed out in Tim parking lot. You know, it's all kind of random and fast.
Aired out his old laundry. Go ahead.
Like my boy just be like, you know, if I need somebody, like I need somewhere to go. You know what I'm saying? My boy got me, bro. If I'm hungry, my boy, I came in the crib, made me a plate. My boy got food cooked. Man, I ain't even tripping.
Kev know he Kev like the
I ain't
Kev
even
fam.
tripping.
I'm the only child, but I see Kev like family. That's like my brother. I can't say little brother because technically he older than me, but
damn, I'm older.
yeah. He older
you're
than
not.
Yeah.
I don't even want to tell people how old I am. What? Hey, y'all girls keep thinking I'm young.
The oldest at the table.
Shout out. Hey, look, age. Shout out to the wise. You know, shout out to the wise.
Shout out to
age
80s babies.
See, y'all real 80s, but I'm a 90s baby. Shout out to the 90s
I'm
baby.
a 90s.
He a 90s baby.
Oh, you like 90 though. Like right there on the cusp.
On the cusp. You on the cusp.
I just let everybody know his age.
Yeah, I am though. I am on the edge.
Yeah.
Shout out to the 80s
Don't
baby though.
Push
80s
me. Cause I'm close to the edge.
Y'all know.
Who gonna start beatboxing?
Nah.
I'm not a beatboxer, but I'll try. I ain't a freestyler, but I'm gonna rap with y'all.
Okay.
I'm determined after tonight.
So she heard us. She's like, she basically heard us bust the rhyme or bust the verse, whichever came first.
Bust the rhyme.
She heard us, man. Shout out to Busta.
I'm gonna let you minimize it for now. Shout out to Busta Rhymes for real.
That's a beast, man.
That's big Uncle Busta.
I don't see. That's why he ain't going on that. What's that verses? Nobody ain't gonna fuck with Busta.
Who they gonna put with Busta?
I ain't nobody. I don't see nobody beating Busta Rhymes.
Who would you think they would try to put with Busta?
See, if you put a lyrical, like Busta Rhymes got all this energy though, like all this energy. Like think about all his songs and try to match that to any other artist. I don't care if the artist got a bigger catalog, like Jay-Z.
But what fast rapper got a bigger catalog? Like Busta, Twista, Eminem,
Tech Nine,
Bone Thugs. But that's way before. That's before Busta.
That's before Busta. Well, Busta Rhymes was part of the leader in the new school.
Yeah.
So technically, same time. See, look, I'm over 90s baby over there. Let the 80s baby know about the rap.
You're right.
You know what I mean? I know my rap now. Nah, I play around y'all. But yeah, that would be, I don't know who the hell Busta Rhymes. Busta Rhymes might actually he might as well just verse himself.
The only person I could see them trying to put him with is somebody like Twista. But Twista don't have a catalog. He ain't got the catalog.
Like
he don't have the catalog.
So. They would have to freestyle. No catalogs. You're on the stage. That's the only way. Like if Eminem was to go against Busta Rhymes without the catalog now, they just freestyle. That would be good. I don't know.
That'd be good.
It'd be really, really good.
That'd be good. Like
Eminem technicality. He's a technical rapper. When you start rapping and having to associate
Tech
words,
Nine rap like that too.
Yeah, like rapping fast is a whole technique. Hell,
it is. I've tried it.
You tried it?
I tried it. No, I swear to God, I'm not lying.
You got it
because I'm not a rapper, but I'm a rapper. Like in my car, in my house. No, my kid. Okay, all right.
Wait, so
I'm a music connoisseur, like for real. Like I am. My 11-year-old I was just telling you about. He a rapper. Like he freestyle since he was like 4 or 5 years old.
Okay.
He just freestyle about anything. Mama at the stove cooking tacos.
Look at the flip of the wrist.
Yeah, all kinds. I love tacos because I'm fat like my mama. Like all kind of crazy. Like he say anything. You know what I'm saying? So and then my oldest son, like he sing.
See, I ain't gonna lie. Like,
you know what I'm saying?
Shout out to the people who can sing. Because I be trying. So if he's singing.
No, he's sing like Jasmine Sullivan.
Oh, he vibrating with.
He got
soul.
Those. Like he's
soul.
I know.
Man, I'll show y'all some stuff when he was real young, bro. It'll blow you away, get chills, and like he's real powerful, like with his voice.
That's what's up.
But he's been singing since before he could talk. Like he used to like hum. He used to sing his requests.
Oh, so he over there. Well, play this.
Yeah. No, he used to sing his requests like, can I have something to drink? He turned everything into a song. I swear to God. I left him with my sis one time, and she was like, is something wrong with him? Like, is he afraid to talk to me? Because he keep singing his requests. I'm like, he just do that. You know what I'm saying? And he was harmonizing at 5.
Man. That's what's up. Yeah. Musically in tune.
So it's like the music, like it's in me. Like I be rapping. Somebody was hating on me one time. I did a verse.
So she don't know. She set herself up. So after this podcast, I gotta hear her bust a rhyme at some point. I ain't gonna do it on camera yet because I know she camera shy. I ain't gonna put it on Front Street like that. First episode as a prospect. But I will be trying to. I will want to ear hustle what she got to say when it comes to these rhymes.
I like playing. I play with it a little bit.
Okay.
You know
Like, I'll make sure.
I just like to have fun. Like that shit is fun.
Right, you got to.
It's fun.
My homeboy be picking these instrumentals where it forces you to actually rap. Like you either rap or you don't rap. Right. You know what I mean? He be picking the hardest instrument. I'm like, all right, I'm back in Brooklyn again. You know what I mean?
Coming for the mic. Like you was taking your aggression out on the mic. Like I was like, oh, okay. Like,
she and little Aaron like, yeah, hey, I know. He like, she ain't seen nothing. The other day I was snapping. I love music. But yeah, definitely. I want to hear your kids be in that vibe when it comes to rap and singing. I want to hear that.
I'm gonna let you hear them. Like I have a lot of people that have been trying to get me to get my son in their studio, but I ain't made no moves on it yet because I needed to prepare him first.
Right.
Like for him.
Right.
Because I truly believe that if you don't know who you are, then the world will tell you who you are.
And the world is not always good at doing that.
The world is never good at telling you who you are.
You're right. Right. You don't need to find yourself on your own path, on your terms, not on the world terms.
Yeah. Because he had a couple of challenges. Like, he's gay. He's a gay black boy.
Okay.
And that's tough.
That's tough for a lot of people.
Yeah, so it's like, okay, I need to get you emotionally prepared before I let you go out in front of the world.
Because the world
gonna have something to say.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Especially with how great he is.
Think about it like this though. The world is also being accepted towards the LBG community. You know what I mean? Now.
Right.
And for some, it's still not the case. For a lot of people. Like, my mom was gay.
Right.
And when I first found out, I'm like, okay, well, I don't have to whoop males' asses. You know, I don't have to beat up nobody because she dating nothing but females. You know, so I saw that as a positive. But my mom was happy. She was more happy being with a woman than my father. And I saw that, and I let my mom know, look, you're not having, you know, you that's your life. You know what I mean? You don't have to worry about what everybody else thinks. Fuck the world and fuck them and whoever designed them. That's some grimy shit to say, but that's how I be feeling. You know what I mean?
Right. It's not grimy.
Like, you know.
Fuck what everybody else have to say. Like, that's just real, because nobody else can tell you about you. Like, you the only motherfucker. Well, let me not say that. Sorry, y'all. You the only person walking around with you. Right. 24 hours a day. 7 days a week for however many years
you have to make your own bed and your own happiness.
Who knows you better than you?
Right.
Like, so when somebody else trying to tell you about you and you start like kind of like, oh, you think so? Or, oh, that's because you don't know you.
Know you. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Very true. Like, it was a lot of people that told me, you need to stop wasting your time doing hair. Like, hairstylists don't make enough year. But mind you, bro, I've been doing hair for 24 years.
It always be. I had somebody. Let me interject on that. I had my own family member. I won't go in detail. You know who you are. And she said, Tim can't afford a house. She should have never said that. I went to college.
Man, the brokest people can afford a house.
I went to college just on a cuspice of somebody telling me what I couldn't do.
Right.
Just to prove a point. Got a little associate's degree, but just to show them,
you needed to do that.
Oh, right. I'm petty. I'm petty though. That's some petty shit. You know what I mean? Like, think about it.
I'm cool with petty that grow you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm cool with that. Like, let me show you what I can do.
I can't do something.
Yeah.
Shit. All right, I'm gonna show them. And then when it does happen, I want him here. Oh, he can't do this. He can't do that. Like, don't let the world fuck. Even those family members or friends, if they tell you can't do something,
do it anyway. I'm a witness.
Be happy. Make your own perspective. Make your own ideology, and be wary of pretend gestures of admiration and hidden agendas. Because not everybody who say they love you. That'd be family. Own family be worse than strangers.
But you know what though? This is the truth. Like, a motherfucker cannot give you advice beyond their own perception.
Yeah. Facts. Okay? Facts.
Right. So sometimes it don't really be from a negative place. It's just based off of their experience. Right? So it's like, okay, this person has never been an entrepreneur. This person has never done what you're doing. Probably could, but they haven't.
Right.
Maybe they tried and shit fucked up and it didn't work out and they had a bad experience. And instead of moving forward, they was like, fuck it, that ain't good. But, you know, they took it negatively. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So then when they see you doing your thing, then they like, man, you don't need to be doing that shit.
I get
that. But like, okay, it didn't work for you, motherfucker. But listen, I know me, you know, and maybe it won't, but I'm gonna try it anyway. Cause like one of the people that used to say it to me was my mom. And back then I used to feel like my mom was my enemy. You know what I'm saying?
Of course.
I did. Cause I'm like, why she don't understand? Cause she'll be like, she say shit like this too. Like, Brittney, you just all the way up here. And you need to come down here. Like, you need to
down to earth.
You need to come to earth. You're aiming too high, girl. You putting too much stress on yourself. Like, just get a job, a regular job, and just do this. And it really pissed me off. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because I'm like, what the fuck she talking about? Like, does she know how much money I can actually make doing what I'm doing? No.
Right.
She ain't understand that concept. She's never not knocking my mom, y'all. Shout out to my mom, Queen Beverly.
Shout out to the mom.
She is the goddess, bro. Like, she's the biggest support, most loving. She was only giving me from her experience. You know what I'm saying? That's what my mom did. She worked hard, 2-3 jobs. Provided.
She was only giving you the advice of what she knows.
What she knew, right.
Basically.
So then I took it personal until I learned about differences in perception and things like that, you know? So it's like, nah, but I did it anyway, even though she felt like I shouldn't.
She was...
You know what I'm saying?
And I ain't gonna lie, what you did is what I can imagine a lot of people may feel like they could do themselves, but it's too scared. So what you did is brave.
Right. Like, really? I did move past fear.
Right.
But it was more like I was put in between a rock and a hard place, and I didn't want to sell dope no more.
I ain't want to sell no dope.
I was like, I don't want to be in the streets no more. I'm tired. I got kids now. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn, what if I go to jail? Like, fuck. Like, I ain't gonna lie. Like, I'm gonna be honest.
I'm happy you changed your life.
I was moving big shit for people.
Right.
And almost got caught up in a roadblock. This is a real ass story.
Hey, look.
I swear to you.
Hey, look. That roadblock ain't nothing to play with, y'all.
Okay.
That sphincter was tightened up, wasn't it?
That's when you like, you scared to turn off, because if they see you turn off, then they gonna try to go after you. Then you like, what the fuck am I supposed to do? So that's really what happened. Like, I got in a tough situation. And I was praying so hard, like, God, if you get me out of this, I swear to God, like, I ain't gonna be doing this shit no more. Like, I swear to God, I'm gonna figure it out. You know what I'm saying? Like, please. And,
I know.
And I was in some backwoods, some fucking where in a town I'd never been to. Like, I was far, like an hour and a half from home.
What else? Following you or something?
Nah, it was a roadblock. Like, I seen the roadblock, but it was so country. Like, I ain't know where to go, like which way to turn. If I turned this way, where it would take me. I literally I didn't go through the roadblock.
No, I'm saying I
had to go through that, right?
Yeah,
and I was praying. I was like, if you get me out of this, and I just started like taking curves. I didn't know where I was going, and I ended up at the highway.
Was it at night?
No, it was in the daytime.
Oh, daytime.
No, I was moving away during the suntime. The sun was up.
Ain't that?
I was bold.
I ain't gonna lie. The nighttime would have been more scary because the dirt roads.
Been.
I ain't gonna lie. Them deers. I ain't gonna lie.
Nah, I'm gonna tell you what was scary is because I had took a real big package to somebody. It was bud, but it was a big package. It was like a pound, right?
Right.
And old buddy cut it open and didn't want it, but it wasn't mine. I was moving it for somebody else.
Smell.
So now
gone.
Right. So this is what had me fucked up because I'm like, bro, if I roll this window down, they gonna know it's some gas in this car. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't. But I end up at the highway, and I was just like, fuck this shit. I'm done. Like, I done had enough years fucking up doing this shit, and that changed. It changed. Like, I gotta make this hair shit work because my baby daddy had died.
Oh, my
like, shit was crazy.
Yeah,
I had 2 kids. Then it was like, I gotta provide now. I gotta, make shit happen or whatever. Right. You got the kids looking at you and you don't want to, you don't want to let them down. You know what I'm saying? So that moment is what made me say, this hair shit gonna work. Like, this is gonna work. Like,
sacrifices comes with great responsibility. And she had to make a sacrifice to handle her priorities, which is responsible.
Yeah.
I'm saying that because a lot of motherfuckers need to learn that sometimes you got to sacrifice some things to make better choices in life, to be at a better, situation. You had to go through that.
I did.
You know what I mean? And I'm happy you went through that.
Me
that
too.
Little fear, that
Me
fear
too.
effect, that little whip on,
what?
changed.
It did.
That's a lot.
I put in a lot of work, and I don't mean to toot my own horn, but I actually only do work 3 days a week.
Toot your own horn. 3 days a week.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I only do work in the shop 3 days a week. I work all week.
Right.
Because I run my business from home. All scheduling goes.
Shout out your shop name. I know we still got it on the bottom
Loc Queendom LLC.
And it's located where?
925 South 3rd Street in Wilmington, North Carolina. It's on 3rd and Right. It's at the corner. You see the big sign with the lady with the purple locks.
About that time, man. About that time, man.
It is. I just got
got the little crown, huh?
I don't normally wear styles, but my hair is getting longer. So I want to start putting it up because it's not as short as it used to be.
Right.
So I'm trying to
She got the beads. And
Well,
I
beads.
make these. I hand make these.
She got
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Got the
Lock jewels.
Okay.
Yeah.
If I start doing that, they're gonna think I'm 666.
What?
Oh no.
What?
No.
Nah, this is bullshit. Man.
No. Cállate.
Oh.
But yeah, man, I ain't gonna lie. Sometimes it's cliche to say, but pain sometimes is necessary to grow. Like you gotta go through some shit to be a better you. And sometimes some people don't learn it. You know what I mean? Like when you think about like something like domestic violence, some people don't learn the perspective of getting out that trap. And it comes with other factors other factors along with that. But I'm happy that you actually went through that shit.
Me too.
If I couldn't imagine you still moving how the way you was moving with children.
I wouldn't be where I am right now.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh no, hell no! You wouldn't even be comfortable. I don't even see how people. Shout out to some of my friends who still be moving shit, and you know who you are,
no
or
judgment.
Acquaintances. I don't want to do no subliminals. But how do y'all niggas sleep?
They
do they sleep? Do they sleep?
I didn't. I wasn't sleeping, bro. Like, but you gotta think like that whole lifestyle is a mentality, and that's what they call it, a trap for a reason. That shit is the trap. Trap.
And it's a trap constructed on purpose. Ain't no such thing
intentionally.
as
It's not by accident. You know what I'm saying? So it was set up. It was set up to cause division and
and
deconstruct and tear down and to give people, to make somebody feel like they gotta constantly be on the grind. Like you gotta constantly be chasing the hustle, constantly be chasing the motherfucking dollar. And in all actuality, you supposed to sit back and let it come to you. You know what I'm saying? So it's like flipping the mentality or whatever, motherfucker, make you feel like you supposed to be out there chasing that shit and you not. As soon as you stop chasing it, just start flowing to you. You know what I'm saying?
But a lot of people, some people just heard you say that, they probably like, what the hell did she just say? Sit back and don't work. You know what I mean?
Well, like, not sit back and don't work.
Right.
But stop being so on the chase. Like,
but they like that. For some, it's an addiction. They chase it. It's
like a hamster. It's like a hamster.
I know somebody right now, they said, Tim, man, you know how you work? I like to do both.
Excuses.
Making more excuses.
More Sex excuses. Is an addiction, but I ain't fucking every nigga I come in contact with.
Preach.
You know what I'm saying?
Especially
like,
if you don't want
that to hit everybody.
You don't want that trichomoniasis, of course.
Is it trichomoniasis?
Trichomoniasis. That's a real thing. Look it up. Don't be trying to clown me.
I believe you just told me something like
look it up.
Trichomoniasis. Like, what is that, some new shit?
Nah, I've been out.
Damn, like, okay, see, furthermore reason why you can't fall into your addictions too much, because you end up with what the fuck you say?
Trichomoniasis. Trust me, it's a lot of females out there that look good, but just because they look good don't mean it's good for you.
Not
and you know who you are, especially some of my friends who don't use no prophylactics. Shame on you.
Yeah.
What did y'all just teach me the other night? Oh man, I'm gonna leave that one alone. We gonna save that for another episode.
Oh man,
Lord have mercy.
Yeah, I was learning some shit, y'all. I was like, "What is that?" Can I use that? How often can I use that? Like, damn, I didn't even know. Like, hey, you always learning. You know what I'm saying? They say if you're not learning, you're not growing.
Yeah.
Shout out to the nurses. Shout out to the nurses. That's why I got a little information on there. I'm a certified medical assistant, y'all, but I don't consider myself a nurse anymore because I'm not practicing. But, shout out to the TMAs.
He a grade 8.
I'm a grade 8. Yeah, I'm definitely an 8.
Y'all like my pink bow?
What pink bow?
Y'all never said anything about the pink bow.
What pink bow?
You don't see when I put the pink bow beside my 8 emoji? When I be texting in a group?
No, I be girl.
No, I ain't never noticed.
I never even paid attention.
Did you see
I never
it?
paid attention.
I might have to go back.
Now I gotta right. I'm thinking people. I'm looking all in the hair. What you talking about?
Look, I'm claiming to be an 8 already. I'm like, I'm in here with the pink bow beside the 8 face. Ain't the only.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. But definitely, I'm proud of you, sis. I love seeing people who come from some form of struggle to a better place. It makes, because everybody I know who comes from struggle and they're in a better life, like a better vibe or like just whole better lifestyle that's different from the past. You can tell they're happy. You can tell they're humble. And definitely different from some of my friends or acquaintances, you know who you are, who come from who's silver spoon fed, and like I got a friend on Bald Island, millionaire. You know who you are. I ain't gonna say your name. Calm down. And you realize like he's not really happy. Like he put on a facade. Everybody in the room think he is. He put the biggest Kanye West smile, but he's fighting demons. You know what I mean? And it's just good to see people who come from some form of struggle and be in a better place where they're at now. I think we all come from some form of struggle, and that's probably why I kind of fuck with y'all a little bit.
Yeah.
Pain is necessary. Pain is necessary to grow. And some people be like, "Oh, why me? I'm going." You have to go through that sometimes, and it's sad.
Because motherfuckers don't be wanting to process, bro. Everybody want a microwave situation, like boom, it's done.
Let's have it done. Throw that bitch in the microwave.
Right. That shit is whack. Because as soon as you stop resisting the process and just flow with it, like damn, oh, that fucked up, but it's all right. I'll find another solution. You know what I'm saying? Ain't that bad. I'll just work and figure out another way. You know what I'm saying? Like as soon as you slow down and just stop being so resistant, you start learning shit.
Right.
Like the situation is happening for awareness. So that's another thing I learned. Like shit ain't happening because life is just fucked up to me. Right. Shit is happening to show me what I need to work on. How I can improve here. And instead of me being so resistant to what's happening, I need to figure out what I need to learn from this shit. You know what I'm saying? So I can move to the next level. Or you just gonna keep repeating the same shit over and over because you ain't learned shit the first 10 times.
Right. That's crazy. You see the same shit over and over, expecting a different result. But the main
right there bother you?
Nah.
I feel like I'm all in your space.
Nah.
Okay.
Good.
But the main thing that I resonate with what you just said is you basically took what's called self-accountability. Yeah. And a lot of people if everybody did that, oh my gosh, everybody would be in a different or higher vibration. If you just be like, well, damn, I fucked up. Like today, I fucked up by not communicating with my friends, acquaintances. And even though everything came good out of it, I'm still thinking like, damn, well, I need to work on communicating much, much better than what I did. 2 hours, I wasted somebody else's time. And yeah, they got good conversation. And my producer made some motherfucking collard greens. And I drank a little bit more alcohol. It's like, I still want to work on that. And so I'm taking accountability. My sis right here, Queen, she took accountability with the shit she went through. She decided to change her life around. She had 2 kids, which is priorities at the time. And she's like, fuck that. I'm changing my life around. I'm going to be my own boss. Even when her mom was like, I don't know if you should do that. You know what I mean? Like, and,
she was watching me struggle.
Right.
Yeah.
But Miss Brittney, I feel like saw the horizon. She got out of that. I love that.
I heard somebody told me, I used to sell life insurance, and they used to say, you got to start with the end in mind. Like you gotta start with the end in mind, like where you're gonna end up.
Right.
And if you start and stay focused on like the end goal, it'll help you develop.
You start thinking. You probably thinking of everything that you would need in the end. Like
that makes sense though, knowing that how you want to be set up towards the end, and you work on that.
Right, because if you know how you want to be set up towards the end, then you can kind of like structure a plan to get you to that point.
Some people don't have it in mind, or a contingency plan. Like I have a contingency plan if I fail, like trapdoor. Like let's say God forbid I get in an accident, I break a bone, tear a tendon, and a ligament. Right. All right. So my contingency plan is I can't work because I'm the main provider for my wife and kids. I do have Aflac, that big ass duck. But it's like, well, why you got all of that? If something happened to me where I can't be a provider, I don't want my wife and children to suffer from it.
Supplemental,
right. Same thing if I die, God forbid. It's like, all right, well, they good. It's funny how we live in a world where my family is actually good if I was to be deceased than me being alive. Let that sink in. You worth more money dead than alive. That's backwards.
See,
ain't that backwards? So really think about it. We live in a world where you're gonna pay for your life insurance, right? Instead of paying for you being alive, we're gonna pay for when you die. What? I understand the concept of making sure your family is good, but
you don't know if it's 100% guaranteed though. It's like
I wouldn't know if you did. How would I really know?
It's crazy.
Crazy. Who knows? It's crazy when you think about it like that. We live in the damn Matrix. For real.
Duh. Who still don't know that? If y'all ain't watched The Matrix, go back to
I was so mad at that new movie though. Come on now.
Yet. I ain't watching
I'm gonna be quiet. I'm a little mad. Hey, I see the new movie, then it's still better than Revelations. Everything better than Revelations. Matrix Revelations. That movie was trash.
What's your favorite? The first?
First, oh my gosh, first.
Yeah, the first.
That red pill, blue pill shit. I said, oh shit. And when I first saw it, I didn't really understand it, but I knew it was like more to it for me to comprehend.
Hell
I'm like,
no,
I
didn't understand it. What year did that shit come out?
It's like 1999.
Yeah, we didn't understand I
said, what the fuck? I said, but wait a minute, doing the Matrix? I thought doing that, dodging the bullets, motherfucking Matrix, and I start really looking at it. I'm like, there's some hidden concepts in this. And the older I get, I kept watching it over and over. I'm like, all right, this is my shit. It start really having some hidden meaning.
Yeah,
the hidden meaning
is a hidden.
You think you have choice, but choice is an illusion. And if we live in a world now where you think you have choice, and let's say all your choices are an illusion, then the main thing you can work on is your happiness. Then your concept of happiness, yourself. Yeah. Because even there was characters in there. They wanted to betray their own friends to have happiness, which I think is kind of fucked up.
But don't people do that? No, I mean, it's been done to me.
Same here.
Same here. I lost lifelong friends. Like I just the way I kick it to myself because I talk to myself a lot, but it's because I like to find a positive perspective so I'm not left bitter or holding any anger. And
because if you hold anger and bitterness towards your frenemies, not enemies, frenemies, or people who used to be your friend, they have a tremendous amount of power over you.
It does. Well, not only that, like holding anger causes illness in the body. Long term, like over time, you'll create illnesses will develop in your body from holding on to low frequencies.
Oh yeah, and there's a scientific study I read in a medical journal probably like a few months ago that trauma can be passed on from generation to generation.
Do you know why?
So when you look at us Black people in the United States of America, and you start understanding the concept of trauma and the 400 years of slavery they had to endure, then you can sit back and be understanding of what's really going on here. Because I had a Caucasian person, I won't say your name. It's like, well, why so many Black people going through this and this? And I'm like, you don't understand the concept of trauma and pain.
They don't understand the concept of trauma and pain, and most people don't understand the concept of energy and chakras.
And shout out to my anime people who know about chakra and I like that. Facts.
Because it's all about you at the end of the day. All of the time. It's always going to lead back to you, how you perceive, how you process, how you think, how you forgive, how you love. You know what I'm saying? It's all based off of your makeup. But we going to have to do a podcast on what you just said, though. Like about how energy is passed down from generation to generation. Because what they're forgetting is that we were abused.
Right.
And then we carry these babies in our womb. And then think that the trauma's not going to be passed down. Like you carrying them in your body.
Right.
They're feeling all of your energy, all of your experiences, everything that you're going through. And then they're born. You know what I'm saying?
You're right.
Like, of course it's passed down.
And it makes sense. I mean, you start thinking about the concept of what's one of those
energy?
One of those laws, nothing can be created nor destroyed. That energy, something like that. Newton law, I don't know. Y'all correct me. Shout out to the physicists who know they shit. But yeah, you're right. Definitely right about that when it comes to
Damn, how we just get on that? Because you just took me somewhere else, Tim.
Say you got to put it in another podcast.
Yeah, that is another. We was talking about the Matrix. Yeah, because it is like that shit is deep. Like me and my friend was just talking about this the other day, like for real. Because I got children, 4, and they're gapped. Like I got 15 and 11.
That's a difference,
right? Yeah. Then I got 3 years old and 4 months.
Oh, I forgot the 4 month. Yeah.
4-month-old baby.
Okay.
And who I was when I had my first kid at 20 versus who I was having a baby at 35.
Right. That's 2 different people.
Yeah. Totally different. I can really see the difference in my children.
Right.
Based off of. And I've had to go back and undo things that I was doing the first round.
Right.
Once I got older and started healing and started learning, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So when I just had my 4th baby, like I went through a breakup and all, but I refused to allow myself to fold or be sad about what was happening or be down, because the only thing I could think of was
is that beautiful life.
Is my daughter.
Yeah.
Like I can't pass that to her.
Right.
Like she don't deserve
that.
You know what I'm saying? Like, no, I'm going to be happy because I love her. I love my children. I'm going to focus on love and being at peace. I ain't going to focus on this raggedy motherfucker. I just, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just had to encounter,
I realized negativism is easy.
Yeah.
And it's not that it's hard to be positive. It's the fact that just negativism is easy. Being positive and vibrating with a positive mindset comes down to just the form of self-discipline. Meditation really helps me a lot.
Kev, I was going to tell you earlier to start meditating.
Kev need to meditate.
I'm not lying.
Kev, if y'all knew, if my audience knew, Kev need to meditate.
I'm going to tell you what I learned about Kev earlier. He is extremely brilliant. Oh. Intellectual. Like the way he processes thought. You know what I'm saying? Like for real. Like, cause we were talking about something and he didn't go to what we were talking about. He literally went to the whole point of what we were talking about. And I like talking to people like that. Cause it's like, oh, you get the base of what we're saying. Like, you know what I'm saying?
It's just like
that's a good conversation.
I'm just fast forwarding conversation.
This is what I say about people who think, they got like ADHD or whatever, because, my second son was like that too.
Right.
But he's also the child that I feel that has the most brilliant brain, because he can actually think about so many things at one time. Like the brain that does, so society is teaching us that this is a bad thing, right? Because they can't sit still or they can't like focus on one thing for too long. It's not. It's because this brain is so phenomenally brilliant.
Right.
And smart.
You good to speak into the phone, so you good.
This brain is so smart that it can process so many different thoughts at the same time. Like that's some brilliant shit.
I want to tell you what.
You just need balance.
You want to know what a brilliant brain is like? All right, so you pull up. All right, I'm gonna tell you what.
God.
Go ahead. I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna give y'all this real ass. I don't even know if it was a slogan or whatever, right? So like, all right, my Honda pull up at a light. It's like, it's running. You hear it running when it's at the light. But they got these new cars that when you pull up, it's like the shit shut off.
Oh yeah,
like
auto start.
Yeah. It's like automatically saving everything. And then as soon as it's time to go, you hit the gas and the car start back up, it's drive off.
Yeah.
That's what a brilliant brain is like.
Okay. I fucked with that.
I like that.
That makes sense.
I like that.
It's like
crank back up and go.
It's like energy efficient. Like,
that's dope. So it's nothing wrong with that. What you do is you just meditate so you can have control of it better. That's it. Then that way you can start controlling the thoughts and grabbing them and compartmentalizing and not feeling like you're just constantly going, and you can learn how to stop them.
Facts. Because the moment, let me tell you, shout out to the people, my meditate heads, my people who's kind of vibrating on a frequency of peace and being tranquil.
Yes.
I'm letting you know right now, if you can meditate and think about nothingness, that's
practice.
Awesome.
It takes practice.
I'm so close. I'm like I could look over the fence, but I'm not over the fence. I could just peek. You know what I mean? But when I get there, I just feel like I'm gonna be like in my own different zone. You know what I mean?
How long do you meditate?
Probably about 45 minutes.
That's a long time. So let me
that's
ask you another
max.
question.
And I do what's called elemental meditation. So what I use, like some people use sound, they hum. Don't laugh at me, y'all.
Shower,
I get the shower, I hear the water just hitting me, and I just, especially when I'm washing my dreads and shit. Oh yeah, I'm quiet. I'm just sitting there, and I actually try not to think about anything because I think so much.
Yeah,
I write so much.
Me too.
You know what I mean? So and it's slowing me down and realizing that a quiet mind is necessary. When it comes to ADHD, people who say, "Oh, that's a bad thing," or and they want to give children all this medication and put them in special classes and shit.
All because have to do that.
That's doing too much.
Yeah,
that is doing too much. If you see at previous episodes where I had colleagues on here, some I'm not cool with anymore, but they was dealing with ADHD. You see that they didn't like how I make them feel, and not everything helps you out in life that comes in the form of a capsule or a pill.
Most of them don't.
No. I was just throwing that out because a lot of people think,
that's another episode, holistic wellness. Holistic wellness.
See, I need to. That's what we need to do a podcast about. Oh, say it again.
Oh, we need to get Queen Maria Muhammad on here.
Oh, you guys.
Shout out to Queen Maria Muhammad. She makes my sea moss. She makes my teas. I send my clients to her.
Powerful name.
Yo, she's a powerful queen.
I got multiple. I understand.
She's a powerful queen. She's really doing massive healing out in our community.
That's what's up.
My brother is healing from her teas and what she's doing. Like she puts her love and intention and healing in her products, and she works with a holistic doctor out of Raleigh.
Shout out,
so she actually knows what herbs fix what. This.
They know,
Holistic wellness is something that's not talked about enough.
No.
Hey,
that's the best medicine is through herbs. Through the correct herbs. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And the only person I know who had a holistic mindset was Dr. Sebi. Am I saying this right?
Yes, Dr. Sebi.
Who beat the United States Supreme Court with a lot of his herbs. The only person I know who had evidence to do so. But nobody want to talk about that. That's another episode too. Damn.
It is. Let's do it. We need to get Miss Maria on the podcast.
That's you. I'm gonna let you.
Word.
At some point we set that up, and I'll make sure I communicate.
If she's willing.
If she's willing, I'll make sure I communicate much more efficiently than I've been doing for the past 24 hours.
Yeah, somebody that can actually tell us what is what, because they, they got doctors for Western civilization type medical care, right? Which is like the hospitals, the regular doctors that everybody's accustomed to in the United States. But when people go holistic, they don't realize that there are doctors for holistic care as well. So they go trying to do their own thing because they think I got to do this myself, the natural way myself. They don't understand that you got people for this. I'm not a doctor. I'm a healer. I am a healer through the power that has been given to me by God and my ancestors, right? But I'm not a doctor. I didn't go to school to learn what is what.
The Western medicine.
Right. So,
because when you look at holistic medicine and throughout all different type of cultures, it's way older than Western medicine.
What was they doing before they had hospital? We know that the earth was nothing but trees and grass and land and people. There were no doctors.
You get bit by a snake, they grab your leg.
Right. And you know how long people used to live?
That's very true. That's very true though.
They did, but they used to live well into their hundreds.
Right. And
versus now.
I mean, now it's it's a lot of people taking in poison anyway. I mean, even I know I'm taking in the form of poison. Alcohol does a lot of destruction.
Everything has toxins in it.
Everything, especially if you look at your food. Oh my gosh, y'all start looking at those ingredients in which y'all buying at your food market. Just pay attention a little bit, and you know who you are, who not. You start getting headaches. It doesn't mean that your brain hurt. I mean, maybe you have something else going on in your body that needs to be cleaned out. And that's a whole nother episode too. Cleans.
Shit, I got a headache right now.
So you got Why do you have a headache?
Because I ain't do my hair since December.
There we go.
And my locks was matted together. You know what that's like when they got.
Oh, you gotta that thing rip. You're like, ouch. I need to get my hair twisted. I need to, but I've been procrastinating because I'm trying to get some. I'm trying to make sure I get a little. I don't know. Like I need to let it grow out a little bit more before I actually get it twisted.
You like me, bro? I don't get twisted up.
I don't get twisted up. Y'all, if y'all like me, you know what I'm saying, we continue this over time.
She said if y'all like,
y'all see
y'all like me.
Do y'all see this motherfucker?
You see that my hair normally looks like y'all's, but my sister is like, you always walk around with that mop on your head. You need to do your hair before you get on that podcast.
Hey, shout out to the sis.
Shout out to my baby.
She's trying to make sure you look on point. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, man. So.
This is Great Apes Cafe. Brittney, I appreciate you for being here.
I feel like this was like a welcoming episode.
This is a welcoming episode.
Yeah.
For bigger and better things. And I'll need to work on communicating.
We all need to work on
I'm still mad. I know they're like, Tim, get the fuck off the subject, but I'm thinking like, damn. I'm thinking they stood me up and they was waiting for me for 2 hours. What the fuck?
Yeah, we was waiting on you.
You know what I mean? Like,
damn. Hey, I called Aaron one time, right? I'm like, damn.
Cam called Aaron and said, Brittney be there in 2 minutes. I'm thinking she gonna come here. Not miscommunication. I blame myself.
Let's just throw this out there. Stop being so angry from miscommunication.
No.
Let's throw that to the people. No, you got to.
I ain't angry though.
No, not you.
Oh.
Let's throw that out there to the world because like we didn't react to anger, but a lot of people get
they do get
mad.
Angry.
Man, you didn't show up at 7 o'clock. Man, I told you I was gonna be here at 7 o'clock.
But do y'all feel like some people be doing the most when it comes to like being on a time schedule? Like think about it like this. Like I'm gonna give you a prime example. Like let's say you're supposed to be at a certain place. And you always waiting for that one person, but when the roles are reversed, and you know what I mean, like when the roles is reversed, you know what I'm getting at, right? Like I'm like, damn.
Hey yo, sometimes I'll be about a whole hour late.
Like, you know what I mean? They always want you there like this. They want you to jump, but when the roles is reversed, I need you. You know who you are. Your ass nowhere to be found.
Yeah.
Like what the hell?
I might talk shit then.
Nah, I ain't gonna lie.
I always talk shit anyway.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie.
That's why I tell my people I'm grimy. I'm grimy because I'm gonna tell it like it is.
Yeah, that's why I'm gonna let them know this. I'm normally late.
What you normally say?
I'm normally late.
He was on time.
Like times I'm on time, it's like it ended up being somebody else late. So like I come late because I feel like it.
Kev come on Black People Time. I ain't gonna lie, y'all. Kev normally come on the podcast. Like,
I'll be there though. Like
if I say 8 o'clock 9, he be there like 8:45 sometimes, 9 o'clock. Cause you missed the Larry Hoover episode.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah,
I did. Yeah,
you was so excited for that episode. Like he was telling me about it. Like we going.
Hey, look, I got hair. Look,
like he got his hair done and everything.
My shit up. I'm like, yeah.
Shout out to Larry Hoover. I'm gonna have to get Mr. Larry Hoover Jr. back on here for episodes. See how he's doing. But yeah, TK set that up. Shout out to TK again. And hopefully, look, let me tell you something. How you get off the prospect list. Being a prospect is like just like, you know, look it up in the dictionary. But it's like making sure this is something you want to do. You know what I mean? You want to be into. I don't want to try to like throw everything at somebody at once. But if you do like if you interviewing other people, that's how you get out that prospect, you know, being in that category.
Yeah.
Because TK, when he bought Larry Hoover Jr., I said, all right, you ain't no prospect no more. You on. You know what I mean? Yeah, you know what I mean? That's normally how you do it.
Well, I'm gonna tell you the truth. Like, be ready. Because when y'all came to my shop, well, first of all, everybody that's close to me knows that I've been talking about podcasts for like the past 2 years.
Let me interject though. Y'all, her shop was one of my favorite episodes. It was the vibe.
Man,
I walked in there, it felt like shout out to my homeboy Kenny. Kenny's a Buddhist monk. Mm-hmm. One day I hope y'all get to meet him. He's very, very, very down to earth. Mm-hmm. Kenny is when you get around him, you don't feel nothing. Like not in a negative way. It's almost like you can be 100% yourself. Mm-hmm. It's like not judging. Like, you know what I mean? Yeah. It's, you know, it's weird because he walked from everything. He used to have a house and go out and party and bullshit, drink alcohol, and then all of a sudden something just snap, and he's like, "Fuck it, I don't need this. I don't need the material thing." Or
he
whatever.
got in alignment with his higher self.
He's not on a whole higher plane.
Yeah.
Shout out to Kenny.
Shout out to Kenny. Yeah. I don't know. We gonna see though.
Oh yeah.
This is definitely what I want to do.
Oh yeah.
When you hit me up, I was so hyped.
Bro, she was like so excited.
For real.
I called my sister. I was like, girl, I swear to God, I'm about to be the next Angela. I'm trying to tell you. I was like, this is it, sis. I'm trying to tell you. Like, they need to hear what I got to say.
Her daughter talking about, I'm done.
Nah, we needed a I know my producer tried to wrap this up, but we needed somebody down to earth. We didn't just need a woman. That's cliche. We needed a woman. We need somebody who is down to earth, know how to vibrate on a different frequency with not too much negativism. You know what I mean? Like everybody gonna have their ups and down days. Mm-hmm. But when I walked in your shop and she was over there speaking her mind, not necessarily being like she speak her mind. She's not being a yes woman or yes man. I hate yes people. Yeah, I'm just gonna agree with everything that come out your mouth. Fuck that. Nah. No. I need some disagreement. Really? But it was, but she was, I'm like, yo, she'd be cool for a podcast. And then when me and TK and Kev, I say, bro, how about we over here looking for a female for the podcast? Why we don't just get Miss Loc Queendom? I said, Kev, you gonna let me call her? Kev. All Kev did is what he just doing right now. Smiling, showing every motherfucking teeth in his mouth.
What I had told Kev, like, you sure the guy's cool with me?
Yeah,
I'm positive.
I'm
positive. And if TK was here, he would say the same thing.
She was like yesterday, y'all canceled the podcast, right? She like, Kev, you think they want
miscommunication is why we canceled the podcast.
Kev, you think they want me on the show? I was like, of course.
No. Why that you feel like that?
I was just like, okay. Because I was so excited about it. Like, I was like real hyped. I swear, when y'all called me, I was literally about to, I had ran home I felt and I was about to walk out the door. So I was like, I hope it's not me.
No. It's all, it was definitely my producer fault. I won't tell you I really why, because I don't want him to get mad. I want him to like delete my mixtape because I'm over here airing out his laundry. I'm over. You know what you did. You know why we canceled now. This is Great Apes Cafe. I hope that you like this episode. Like, subscribe, share, and
they some apes.
Before I actually wrap this up, I do like having female energy around. I want another female on the podcast at some point. I do. I'm definitely open to
Ina telling who she gonna be.
As long as the woman is strong. I don't want no a person who lets other people run them over. I don't want nobody who don't speak for themselves. I need everybody on the podcast to be a king and queen. You know what I mean? Don't just be, I'm here, lolly dolly dolly. I'm the life of the party. I just want to be able to jump and drink some Bacardi. No.
Like, wait a second. Hold on, what are we going into? Okay.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
Y'all
I'm a rapaholic, y'all. Shout out to all my friends.
This shit be crazy.
This is Great Apes Cafe. We love y'all. Leave a comment, like, subscribe, share. I can't even speak. I'm stuttering. But deuces. Till the next time. To the next episode.
Peace.
Aaron, how long was that? I know you bad.